I'm going to look at everything. We're going to look at individual cases, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to be acting very quickly.
Within your first 100 days, first day?
First day.
First day.
Yeah, I'm looking first day.
Issue these pardons.
These people have been there. How long is it? 3 or 4 years?
Okay.
You know, by the way, they've been in there for years. And they're in a filthy, disgusting place that shouldn't even be allowed to be open.
Yeah, I have to agree, man. At this point, being in that jail for 3 years for exercising your amendment right is just insane. Okay. And Donald Trump saying he's going to do something about that is one of the reasons why we voted him in office, for sure. You know, because I believe surely that when the facts change, your opinion should too. And lately, the facts have been coming out about what really happened with January 6th. You even had Stephen A. Smith make a whole video, which we're going to play a clip from again, where he was explaining about him finding out the Democrats has been lying to him. He like, yo, what? Hold on. Trump's starting to sound right now. He even went on to say just yesterday how he wouldn't rule out supporting Donald Trump. Now, in this video you're about to see of Stephen A. Smith, he questioned the Democratic Party about their storyline and rhetoric surrounding January 6th. He also mentioned that the FBI informants were at the January 6th protest and how, you know, some of them went inside when they weren't even supposed to be inside. And he also accused the Democrats of being liars, which we all know that they are. And he called them out for their corruption, which then Roland Martin decided to respond. But we ain't gonna get into that. I'm just gonna play y'all this part right here of Stephen A. Smith saying, you know, why he woke up and realized the January 6th was an inside job. Now, if you've been watching me follow anything dealing with Stephen A. Smith, you've seen this clip in its entirety. But for context purposes, we have to get to it. And then I'm going to play a clip of a guy saying he used to hate white people and how Trump changed that. Let's check this first Stephen A. Smith out.
The news comes amidst a bombshell report from the Justice Department that revealed the FBI had at least 26 confidential informants on the ground when the Capitol was stormed on January 6, 2021. The report says most of the informants engaged in illegal activity during the chaos. The Justice Department says only 3 of its 26 informants present had been instructed to observe potential domestic terrorist suspects on the day of the riot. The rest of the 23 appear to have gone to the Capitol on their own accord. Upon hearing news of the report, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance posted the following on X, quote, "For those keeping score at home, this was labeled a dangerous conspiracy theory months ago," end quote. Didn't hear anything about that for the election. Didn't hear anything about that when the quote-unquote insurrection was broached by Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee. The belief that Donald Trump was a danger to democracy and using this as a profound, illuminating bullet point to make that case. And now here we are yet again finding even more evidence to Donald Trump's claims when he articulated that the process is rigged. My big issue is that I'm really, really sick and tired of every time I turn around finding something else that the Democrats have lied about or downplayed or misrepresented along the way. I mean, I see Republicans like Megyn Kelly or Officer Tatum or Candace Owens or, you know, the Sean Hannitys of the world. You know what I'm getting tired of? You know what I'm getting to the Democratic Party? You know what I'm getting really pissed off about? I'm getting really ticked off at every time they open their mouth about something pertaining to y'all, they seem right to make the case that the right had a monopoly on insidious, evil tendencies, corrupt tendencies, duplicitous, hypocritical, untruthful tendencies. And every time they made those accusations, we turn around and find out that at least some of them are guilty of the same shit. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick of all of it. I'm sick of all of it. They've actually made Donald Trump look like he was right instead of them.
Now, again, I played that clip on this channel before, so I don't think I have to really add too much more to it outside of what I said, you know, coming into it. But I will say, Stephen A. Smith, man, go ahead and quit playing, man. Go ahead, you know what I mean? We welcome you with welcoming arms over here at the MAGA party, all right? We over here like, yo, dog, come on, we waiting for you. Now, I told y'all we was gonna get into this guy by the name of King Randall, who does incredible work in the fuzz community, man. But he's explaining how he used to hate white people, and he tells Glenn Beck how a trip to Trump's White House helped him realize who's spreading actual white supremacy. Let's check this out.
That's what I tell people. They're like, oh, well, black people aren't able to. I'm like, you don't realize how much that's actual white supremacy, because you have made yourself believe that we are incapable of doing anything better. We are incapable of trying to better ourselves. The only way we could do better is if white people help us do it. So in honesty, yeah, white people are supreme over you, but they're not supreme over me. That's not what I believe. I believe that I can go and do stuff. And they're like, oh, well, we can't be racist because black people aren't in positions. We got black mayors, black city councilmen, et cetera, et cetera. So can they be racist now?
And they don't want to hear that part, bro. They don't want to hear that. It's amazing how they champion you if you maintain some sort of victim mindset. But if you maintain a level of, I can do this myself, you know, I'm not going to put anybody above me or claim that a group of white people are preventing me from being able to achieve my goals. Oh, they hate you.
Like it's these stupid things we talk about all the time. You know, they resonate in our community, and we truly believe some of the things that's going on. Mm-hmm. And I'm like,
did you ever believe any of that stuff?
Absolutely.
You did.
I used to hate white people. Like when I was like,
you wait, you hated white people?
Oh yeah, I hated white people. Like my 16, 17. You got to think. When I was in high school, Donald Trump became president. When I was in high school at the time, you got to think I was on, you know, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and of course, everybody's just posting all this bad stuff about, you know, Donald Trump or whatever like that. So I'm just like, oh man, he's racist, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're not doing any research. You're a kid or whatever.
You know, it's so funny. Mm-hmm. I know Donald Trump, and all I've been listening to you for the last 5 minutes, and all I keep thinking is, I have to introduce you to Donald Trump. He will love you.
Oh yeah. So I took a picture with him one time. I think we were in Tennessee. I believe.
Good. So you know each other.
No, we don't know each other. I think it was one of those things where we could take a picture with him.
Okay.
But I introduced myself, but he probably don't remember. But where was I?
You were saying when you were 16, Donald Trump was a racist.
Donald Trump was,
you know, and it's crazy because I know a lot of us black people, you know, at least where I grew up in Gary, Indiana, in Chicago as well. That was the impression that we used to get of white people as well. You know, just listening to people talk, like, you know, the white folk this, or this the white folks neighborhood. We better get up out of here before the white folks. So when I was younger, I remember having not necessarily a resistance towards white people, but it was definitely a developed prejudice that I didn't even know I had. It wasn't like I hated white people, didn't want to be around them, but every time I would be around them, I would think about all of those phrases that came, you know, from the aunties, the uncles, the white people this, white people that. And I'm going, until I grew up and realized, like, bro, everybody they put their 2 feet on the ground just like me. Come on.
President, right? I remember I was working at Chick-fil-A. I remember the day he got elected, it felt like the world was about to end. Like, because of how they made it seem, you know, in the media and on social media, whatever. Like, I mean, it was terrible. Like, it's like, it was cloudy that day, and everybody at work was just all meh. And like we were upset. We were so sad. I never forget. When we went to Blexit had an event at the White House with Donald Trump. Blexit. And we brought some of our students in, I think 2020, October 2020, because Donald Trump had COVID at the time, President Trump. And we went there, and all the love that we received from Republicans and from people, you know, on that side, I'd never seen anything like it in my life. We were these kids, we had our all black, you know, Extra Boys outfits on or whatever. Everybody was wondering who we were. And so I was telling them about the work I was doing. And they was just like, man, like, this is amazing. People started, you know, giving to our organization, etc. And so ever since then, I've noticed that, you know, the most people that have given us the most hate and terror
always
and the most pushback is people that look just like me, because I don't necessarily think like the status quo.
My fault. I said the love, but I wasn't wrong. It is the love, but I can definitely 100% agree with that and say from my own experiences, it's the same exact thing. When I decided to start thinking independently, not being forced to think in any direction from anybody, it was my people. It was my black people that was condemning me. You know, oh man, you want to be like the white people. Oh man, you know, they not gonna accept you no matter what you do. All this type of stuff, and oh, how much are they paying you? And woo. And of course, I can't say certain slurs that they will call me, but yeah, it was all from. I'm not saying it came just from black people. My black people, for sure. Online, of course, a lot of it came from black people. But, you know, of course, I had white liberals and people of other ethnic backgrounds show hate. But I will say I've seen the most hate come from people who look just like me.
Just like me, because I don't necessarily think like the status quo. Black people have this thing where if you don't think like everybody else, then you must be an immigrant. There's no way you're a Black American thinking like this, or you know, all the names or whatever. And after we got invited to the White House, my tune started to shift, because I'm just like, these people, I hadn't received any hate the whole time. And I told them exactly what I do, because at that time I was only working with black kids. And I was like, well, we're working for black, you know, we got black kids, we teaching them how to do this and that. It's like, we don't care. Like, this is amazing. Like, you're doing some great work. It was a shocker to me, because I had been begging to get to other, you know, meetings, other Democrat senators, like I couldn't get no meetings. Nobody wanted to talk to us. Nobody wanted to help in a major way. These people didn't even know us, and they were pouring love.
You see, because Democrats don't want to fix the problem. You know, they want to continue to create problems. That's how they stay employed. Hence why they continue to try to keep us down mentally. This is the reason why they frame the J6 protest the way that they do. And it evolves into what we just seen this young man, King Randall, say. It evolves into this, you know, this prejudice, this hatred towards a group of people, you know, and it creates this divide in America. You know, only for you to stop looking at the headlines, stop listening to the media. You know, you start doing your own thinking for yourself. You start, how do I say, platforming yourself, so to speak. How am I trying to say this? You start putting yourself out there, and you get embraced by the people whom you would have never expected. The people whom the media told you hated you. The people whom the media said doesn't have your best interest. You're getting lied to about Donald Trump, and you have this hatred. You know what I mean? This building inside of you, man, and distorts your whole view of a whole group of people just based off of how the media wants to divide us. This is insane, man. But yeah, I'm glad that he was able to, still get done what he needs to get done, and be able to still be able to get a school off the ground despite the Democrats not being in favor of helping in any kind of way. And shout out to Trump supporters for doing what they do, man, which is come through, show love, and literally, remove that Democratic, slave band-aid that we keep on our eyes. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I've been following King Randall for a little while now. He's going places, and it's nice to see that his message is getting out. Shout out to Elon Musk too for retweeting him and helping his organization receive even more donations, man.